Hi guys, it's Andrew here. Welcome to the first of a few small reviews I'm going to be doing on the Canon EOS R6. I have decided to answer questions from you, my followers on social media and through my website, and people that have asked comments on some of the other short reviews that I have done. And I think we're going to start today first with a question from Sasha. Andrew, where does the mirrorless R6 fit in your current lineup? Well, over here I have a 5D4 and over here I have a 7D2. These have been my go-to DSLRs for the last several years. When it comes to the R6, let's talk about feel. It's got very much the feel of a DSLR. It fits nicely into my hand. There's enough place for me to grip. It's very, very comfortable in my hand, and it's not heavy. So very DSLR-y. So from that point, I'm very happy. I used to shoot a lot of wildlife and landscape with this 5D4, and a lot of birds and action with the 7D2 crop factor, especially for the reach. I'm finding in the last several weeks that with this camera, it covers both of these other DSLRs with ease. A lot of people have then said, Andrew, what about the megapixels? 20, is that enough? Guys, 20 pixels is more than big enough. If you want to chase megapixels, you can look at some of the full frame cameras and maybe one or two of Canon's 45 for the R5 and the 5DSR 50 megapixel cameras. But again, those have specific applications for wildlife, landscape and birds. 20 is more than enough. Andrew, how did you manage to move from the DSLR over to the mirrorless? Guys, it took me 10 minutes. Everything is very intuitive. The menus, the grip, the buttons, everything from a DSLR to the R6 is really, really easy to adapt to. I've shot with the silver cameras, the green ones and the yellow ones, and I just still feel the way the menus are set out, the way the camera is laid out with the buttons, it's a much more user-friendly experience, and it actually improves my ability to shoot wildlife, landscapes and birds, specifically the way I do it. Two of the new really cool features, the R6 has got the joystick on the back for my thumb to move my focus points. Really fabulous. I don't even have to take my eye off the viewfinder again to be able to move it. For those that shoot back button focus, you've got the AF button here, which is separated nicely from the exposure lock and the focus point zoom button. So yeah, there's no more bumping, there's no more accidentally grabbing the wrong buttons for those that use the back button focus. So for there, very good. I like the articulating screen, especially on a vehicle where I'm leaning over the side, holding my camera lower, trying to get a low angle shot where it's not possible to get off. I can look down. I can also put a shutter release in and just balance the camera and trip the shutter without hassle. Been very useful. As I said, the overall weight is really nice and comfortable. The other really cool things that we have, we've got very simplified camera at the top, not 700 buttons that you need to worry about. We've got the main select dial, we've got an MFN button, we've got the lock button to lock the camera, and we've got the movie record button over here. Again, also this back button, most of them can be customized for your own use and for what you want to do. So a really cool feature. Andrew, how do you see, what do you do with no top LCD? Trevor, this is for you. Trevor called me and said to me, Andrew, I'm having a problem. Big Joe can't find how to adjust the frame shooting capacity from H plus to high to medium to low. So basically the easiest is Canon has made you look through the viewfinder, and when you push the MFN button, as you're going to see now in this clip I'm showing you, you can up will pop an adjuster like your LCD, and you can move with the wheel, you can push the buttons, you can select all the different options from picture styles to ISO to frame rates to all of that right there without taking your eye off of the viewfinder. So really another unique feature and useful. everybody, who's everybody and anybody. Mount, 2 card slots. Woohoo, great. Now you can record to 2 SD cards. You can set which records what, record JPEG, RAW, video, go to town on what you want to do. And again, it is just so easy to follow on from the DSLR. And for me, after several weeks of shooting this and over 16,000 frames to date and many minutes of video, I haven't had a single problem. I don't want to talk about the elephant on the internet, but there's been no overheating of any shape or kind. I recorded a 25-minute interview the other day. The biggest problem I have is the 22 gigabyte file, and my computer is bursting at the seams to process it. So as we learn, we'll need to adjust your settings for specific stuff. I'm both a photographer and a short filmmaker, and for me so far, just with the ergonomics and the feel and the menu and the setup, this is going to be a really cool camera for anybody that shoots what I do, shoots the same way I do. And yeah, we're going to leave it at that now. Hopefully in the next couple of days you'll get to hear the next review on anything specific you might want. Down below you're going to see a little link where you can click on. You can ask Andrew. Ask me anything you'd like to know about the R6. I don't know everything and most things, but I'll be able to give you some succinct answers and some practical advice on the camera. So with that in mind, thanks guys. I'd really appreciate it if you would like this, you would share it. You would also go to the little ding dong button at the top, push subscribe and receive my notifications. All helps in sharing the word and the positive stuff we've got to do with photography. Thanks guys. Enjoy the rest of the day.